Well, howdy folks, welcome back to this week's episode of Cook with Bev. Today we're going to be doing another recipe from the old Bible, our Weber's Greatest Hits. Today's recipe, when I can find it, I've got it bookmarked here, is Buterflied leg of lamb. I'll bring that round so you can have a wee look at that. That's the recipe. Hope I haven't breached any copyrights there. So anyway, as you can see here, I've got a full chimney of briquettes here, so we'll get them lit up. Today's recipe is going to be, it's going to be a wee bit different. It's a new one for me. Well, obviously the recipe's new, but we're trying a new technique. We're going to be direct grilling off a direct heat rather than an indirect cook like I normally do. So it's going to be quite interesting. So in here, as you can see, I've got some lamb. It's one lamb leg that I've boned out, or deboned, whatever you want to call it, and divided into even sized pieces and marinated as per Weber's recipe. So we'll be grilling those today over a direct heat of briquettes here. So it should be a very interesting cook. I'll probably end up bringing the camera in and putting it over top of the Weber here so that you can see the process. And I might not be in the frame, but you'll certainly hear me talking. But anyway, we'll do the usual. We'll leave them for 10 to 15 minutes to ash over. I need to have these completely ashed over in a consistent heat. Obviously when we're grilling direct heat, we want a very consistent heat from underneath. Otherwise we're going to get hot spots and it'll burn in some areas and won't cook in the others. But anyway, we'll let them do their thing and I'll come back to you soon. Alrighty folks, it's been a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes. We can see these briquettes are starting to silver over now, so I'm happy with where they're at. I can tell you they are throwing off some immense heat, like you wouldn't believe. So we'll get them out of there and lay them out. And we're going to need the old welding glove for this one. Right, I lost my beer. We've got the tongs. Them out there. Rightio. As you can see, they're burning away there quite nicely, so we'll spread these things out. And we just want them one layer deep with a consistent gap in between each briquette. So we'll endeavour to get that done, and then I'll get the grill on and we'll put the lid on, and then we'll just let everything come into temperature, and then we'll look at grilling up some lamb here. Anyway, I'll just leave you at that. I'll shut the video down and I'll come back to you later when I've got this all sorted out and we're ready to grill some lamb. Alrighty folks, we've had these briquettes in here for a good 5 minutes. Everything's warmed up. We've got a nice consistent heat coming up off there. I don't know if you can see down into the coals. I'll try and put some shadow on there so you can see what I've done. Rightio, so it's time now to start some grilling. Here we go with the lamb. Look at that, sizzle, sizzle. And last but not least, the shank end, and we'll try and roll all that up. And we'll grill that with the lid on. and we'll give that 5 minutes, folks, and then we'll have a wee look and give them a bit of a turnover, and hopefully within 25 to 30 minutes we'll have some nice medium rare lamb to try. But until then, we'll just let them sizzle. Alrightio, it's been a few minutes. I can smell lamb cooking, so I think we should have a wee looky in here and give this a bit of a turnover. Oh, look at that. Oh, the grill a little bit there. Use that shank. Oh, and the rump. Beautiful. And continue the process. So we're just going to carry on with that. I'm just going to keep turning them every 5 minutes or so. We'll get a wee bit of charring on them, but that's what charcoal grilling is. And yeah, I'll get the probe out and we'll give them an internal read. I want them at a nice medium rare. Don't want to overcook our lamb here, so we'll just leave it at that, and I'll come back when we're about to take these off and give them a wee rest. Alrightio, folks, I think our lamb's ready to go. I've given it another, I don't know, 3 maybe 4 turns since the last wee clip. But I'm thinking we were pretty close here before, so yes, that's beautiful, excellent, and that'll definitely be done. We are good to go. So we'll get that off, give them a rest. I'll bring that up for you to have a wee look at. We're starting to lose a bit of light now. It's getting a bit later in the evening, but we've got a beautiful browning all over, no charring, so I'm quite impressed with that. Obviously, being a first time direct grilling, I expected to char off some corners, but we've done pretty well there. So I'm looking forward to trying that. Get the lid back on, and we'll give them a little bit of a rest, and then we'll cut one open and do the usual taste test, and I'll give you a wee look at the insides, and then we'll go and have some dinner. Anyway, until then, folks. Alrightio, folks, these things have had a good 15-minute rest, so we'll cut them open and we'll have a wee look at what's going on in here. Cut this one straight down the centre. Oh, we better cut a slice, I guess. Now I've moved the camera, folks, so that I can get this into the sunlight so you can have a look here. Hopefully that camera can focus in on that. It's beautifully cooked. Excuse me. Just absolutely perfectly cooked. I can see just a lovely pinking right through it. I am well impressed. Pulls apart. Well, folks, that is absolutely beautiful. Another one that Weber has nailed. Look at that. Unbelievable. That is beautiful. Alright, folks. That's it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. And hopefully we'll be back again next week with another one. Although I'd like to get out and play some golf at some stage. It's another hobby that I do have that has been neglected a little bit through barbecuing. But anyway, we'll leave it at that. And until next week, it's going to be tasty, boys.